So if you're an Amazon seller, you've got this unique digital key that basically unlocks your entire business on the platform. It's called the merchant token. We're going to break down exactly what it is, why it's so incredibly important, and of course, how to keep it safe.
You've probably seen this before, right? You're digging through your Amazon reports and you come across this long, kind of random-looking string of letters and numbers labeled merchant token or seller ID. And if you're like most people, you just scrolled right past it. But turns out that code is one of the most fundamental pieces of your entire seller account.
So in this quick explainer, we're going to completely demystify this thing. We'll cover what it is, where you'll see it, how it's different from a tax ID, and, this is a big one, how to keep it secure, and then we'll wrap it all up with the key takeaways.
All right, so let's jump right in with the most basic question. What exactly is an Amazon merchant token?
You know, at its core, it's actually really simple. The Amazon Merchant Token, and you might also hear it called a Merchant ID or a Seller Token, they're all the same thing. It's just a unique code that Amazon gives to every single seller account. Think of it like your account's one-of-a-kind fingerprint.
Yeah, I know. Merchant token sounds super technical, right? But don't worry. The easiest way to think about it is like your customer ID number at a bank or your GSTIN for the tax system. In the world of Amazon, it's basically just your seller account number. That's it.
So, okay, we know what it is now, but why does this code matter so much? Why does Amazon's entire massive ecosystem rely on this little string of characters?
Well, it turns out this token is the absolute glue that holds your entire business together on Amazon. Seriously, it's how their systems pick your specific account out of millions of others. It links every single order, every payment, and every fee directly back to you. Without it, your data would just be lost in a giant ocean of information.
Now let's get practical. Where are you actually going to see this token in your day-to-day work as a seller? Because it pops up in some really important places.
Here's its #1 job, and it's a big one. Let's say you and another seller are both selling the exact same product. How does Amazon know which orders and which payouts belong to you and which belong to them? Simple. The merchant token. Each of you has a totally unique one, which guarantees your business data never, ever gets mixed up.
And this is where it gets really important, especially if you're using any kind of third-party software. When you connect your accounting tools or your inventory software or tax tools to Amazon, they use your merchant token to securely pull only your data and nothing else. It's the digital key that gives them authorized access to your specific account info.
And this is a huge deal for larger businesses. I mean, even if your company has multiple Amazon accounts under the exact same business name, like say one for India and one for the UAE, each of those seller accounts gets its own separate, distinct merchant token. This is what guarantees the reports for each market stay completely separate.
Okay, you get it. It's important. But where do you actually go to find your token? Let's figure that out. The good news is Amazon makes this pretty easy. Just log into your Seller Central account, go over to Settings in the top corner, and click on Account Info. Right there, under the section for your business or seller information, you'll see your merchant token listed. You'll also find it in a bunch of your tax and settlement reports too.
All right, let's clear something up right now, because this is probably the single most common point of confusion for sellers. Your merchant token is not the same thing as your government-issued tax ID, like a GSTN. They are completely different things.
The difference is really pretty straightforward. The merchant token is an internal Amazon ID that's only used by Amazon's systems. A GSTIN, on the other hand, is a government tax ID used by the tax portal. You get one token per seller account, but you might have multiple GSTINs for your business. They just serve totally different purposes.
Okay, this is super important because this token is literally the key to all of your business data on Amazon. You absolutely have to treat it like your business's digital fingerprint. Security is everything here.
The rules are simple, but you gotta follow them. First, do not share your token publicly, ever. And don't give it to any software you don't recognize and completely trust. On the other hand, do share it with trusted partners, like your accountant, or with authorized, reputable software tools that need it to help automate your business. Just be really careful about who you give this key to.
If you take away just one thing from all of this, let it be this analogy right here. Think of Amazon as a giant shopping mall. Your merchant token is simply your unique shop number. It's how the mall management identifies your specific store to track all your sales, manage your payments, and handle all the logistics. It's that simple.
All right, let's do a quick recap and lock in the most important things you need to remember. So, remember,
Your merchant token is your unique ID on Amazon. It's absolutely essential for your reports and for connecting any other software. It is not the same as your GSTIN or your PAN. You'll need it for most automation tools, and probably most important of all, you have to keep it confidential.
So that leaves us with one final thought. We've established that your token is the unique fingerprint of your business inside the entire Amazon ecosystem. The real question is, are you protecting it like it deserves to be protected?